I'm gonna close my door.
Okay, go close the door. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with Phil the Thrill, Frankie Pockets, taking some door duty. And then underneath him, of course, we've got Max
Why
returning.
did you go to me first?
Al, just to be a jerk. And Alan Richer, Richer? Yeah.
Richer.
Being played by Max Boivin. And of course, Uriah returning as Red. And where we begin, we're in Teresa's apartment, a surprisingly modern affair. She's leaned heavily into high-end automation in stark contrast to the rusted metal exterior of this junkyard warehouse inside, gleaming. All the most technologically advanced conveniences of life available here on Tuck 5. Teresa, who was sitting just a moment ago in the plush leather seats or cushions of this custom couch sofa, seated next to her is Red, a data port plugged into Red's neck behind his ear. Red, in an infinite virtuality, just responded to Therese, who, in alarm, leaps, notwithstanding her rotund figure, leaps to her feet, turns to Frankie and says, "Do you have any idea what this is?" Pointing at Red.
Standing to the right of her, arms crossed across my chest, and I say, "Yeah, do you?"
Of course I do. I've only heard rumors. I didn't know it was actually true, but there it is in the, well, I was going to say flesh, but obviously not. She turns to Alan. "And you? Do you know what this is?"
Was a little further in the kitchen doing some kara. Now I'm stopping. I turn around. So what would I know what that is?
He doesn't know. He just got to the planet. He doesn't know anything. I say, dismissively.
She says, "House, increased security, level 4. A dome opens on the ceiling that is over top of the coffee table. Black. It swivels.
"Oh, you're being so dramatic." I
Dramatic?
wave my hand at her as I walk towards the beverages on the kitchen bar.
Breathing heavily, she stoops down next to Red, bends over, looking carefully into Red's face.
A blank expression, lifeless eyes, inside my head, this vast white expanse. I look down at myself, and I'm me, plain.
Therese turns around after a few moments, returns to goes to the coffee table, presses an unseen button. A panel opens. She takes out a package of cigarillos. With shaking hands, she sticks one in her mouth and then lights it.
You act like it's the end of the world. I pour myself a cup of coffee. I've been living with the damn thing for a month.
You've been living with this?
And here I am.
I go next to Frankie to the bar, and I lean against it, and I start like rolling a cigarette.
Clear my throat. I look over at him. I say, "Hey, you want to roll me one of those there, Alan?"
I nod. I hand him the one I just rolled.
Look at it. Lick my lips. forgetting about the discovery on the couch.
A dull gray glow enters my pupils, and my posture stiffens up. And I call out in a plain voice, Unit 1337. Searching location.
A window pops up, hanging in the air, suspended above the coffee table, as Teresa's cigarello burns, hanging loosely from a corner of her mouth, muttering under her breath. She starts typing away. She then flicks that window so it's blown up to a large size. It fills the entire seating area, displaying in text this Unit 1337.
See,
She
I was
points
worried.
to it.
I was worried. I forgot my glasses.
Would you? And why am I the only one that's reacting to this? Frankie.
I reach out for like a cup that have been left on the table from the breakfast, and I lean on the other side, and I reach for the whiskey that Frankie put further away earlier. Looking at him.
I walk up to Therese standing beside her, looking up at that window. I say, something's trying to get a hold of him, or he's trying to get a hold of someone. Blow
Yeah, well,
a gust of smoke that is illuminated by the holographic image.
cocking your head to the side. And why do you think that is?
It's valuable.
Well,
Dangerous.
what's dangerous? It's probably worth billions. If I had to guess, you looked under the hood. Those brains don't come cheap.
Cheap. They're nearly one of a kind. This thing
Nah, you're
is way more
exaggerating.
advanced. This you can't to call this a robot. It's like to call a spaceship a toaster.
I kind of clumsily interface with the visual hologram.
I take a long drag on my cigarette, and I puff it out. I say, one of a kind, eh? Aren't we all?
Yeah, except they're making more of us every day. They're not making more of him. She points at Red and then says to the house, block all outgoing signals. A little chime.
In my head, the sort of the firewall that goes up, I'm beckoned towards the towards a certain pathway that I find in this white expanse, seeing the outgoing signal in the far distance. I'm beckoned to go towards it and push it forward.
I'm squinting my eyes, looking at it. Start saying, I could have sworn I turned off this kind of subroutine. It looks like communication's still trying to go through.
Wait, you've been at this level already? You've been down here?
This looks a little different. It's
Go
like
ahead and roll.
you opened some subroutine or something.
Success.
I start to access this uncovered portion with my crude old-fashioned hacking tactics.
Complex
Forcing my way
task.
through.
Frankie, I take a sip of a whiskey. There's something I should be worried about?
Well, it depends.
Sorry,
What?
I asked Frankie. Sorry, Therese, I asked Frankie.
Yeah, but he's busy.
Well, it depends, Alan. Start pressing some buttons. I say, if you start hearing some helijets outside, I'd probably start packing.
Packing?
Tapping on it.
I look at my shoes by the door.
Take a crack at this subroutine. One of the fives.
In the instance where Mr. Pockets is digging into my code, my vision flashes and I see his face sort of before me, and I'm brought back for a brief moment, back to my senses, and I turn and look at the communication, and I turn away from it.
There you go. See? Piece of cake. I told you I had this thing locked down already. See the feed sort of break off on its own. Crediting my own crude tactics.
I look at Frankie and Therese, slowly smoking, not getting what's happening. Like, I'm not worried yet.
Therese walks around, stands behind Frankie to watch what he's doing. You still got some tricks, I see. But the code's closing up. Look at another window pops up, just a coding window. Coding language is rapidly streaming by. She points at it. It's locking you out.
1.
Failure. Red. The virtuality closes. Room materializing in front of you again.
In front of me, in my vision, red alarms, red warnings, windows popping up in my sight, security breach, danger, danger, danger. And I stand, the dull gray glow in my eyes turning red.
Therese stumbles back, alarmed. Her leg catches the side of the coffee table and she falls, scrambling away.
Say, easy there, Red. Put my hand up in front of his face. Wave at it to put some input into his vision, his optics.
My hands reach to my gun on my hips, just staying close, not grabbing it yet.
I reach and grab Mr. Pockets' shirt and attempt to toss him to the side. I'll make one of those 5.
Just sprawling across the coffee table, start rolling. My knee.
A black shining orb that was hanging from the ceiling, security level 4, a red targeting laser paints Red's chest as Therese scrambles.
I start walking after Therese with determination.
House security 5. Laser emits from the black shining orb.
I draw my gun and I pointed at Red, and I say, "Come back to your sense now, big boy."
Kneeling down, I grab, or getting hit by the blast. I reach down, sort of just ignoring it in the moment. I grab Therese by her shirt and I pick her up, still the red glow in my eyes, and I rear back a fist.
She calls out, Frankie!
I go, and I get up on a knee and I say, Red, you damn fool. And I say, I say, get ready to draw, partner. Try to appeal to his Western coding.
I freeze. Fist reared back. The dull glow on Therese's face. My grip on her shirt loosens. My hand drops down.
Slowly struggling to get up. My knees like really sore. I managed to rock myself up into a wide position. Like I'm at some sort of standoff with him.
I lower my gun a bit, looking at the scene,
Put my
how it's
hand up.
evolving.
I slowly turn around to face Frankie. Well, if it's a duel you want, then it's a duel you'll get, partner. Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Easy, Pilgrim. Step over towards, like, to the right. Get the couch between me and Red.
Therese scrambles. She falls onto her backside and then crab walks as fast as she can away. You're all crazy. House, take out the robot. A red targeting reticle appears on Red's back.
Freeze, no!
I shoot at the security dome. I'll use my hero dice.
Failure.
Just at the ceiling of this pristine house.
A second reticle, a little targeting dot appears on Alan Richard's chest as the house identifies a new threat.
I yelled, that was just a warning shot.
Good, sorry.
That was just a warning shot. Shut the system down. Let's not go crazy. Let's not shoot at each other.
I swiftly turn at her cry. I swiftly turn and also shoot at the make one of those a 4.
Success. The shot hits. There's a crack as it penetrates the ceramic exterior shell of the security dome. It fizzles. Therese calls to stand down, stand down. She's fiddling with something at the base of the coffee table.
I put my hands by and say, everybody, stop shooting.
I twist my gun and slip it back into its holster.
I lower my gun toward the floor.
Therese!
Finally getting whatever she was fiddling with, she rolls back onto her back, pointing a heavy caliber shotgun at Red's back or Red's chest.
Hands in the air, my vision returning to normal, the red glow turning back to the gray.
I say, billions, Therese.
The barrel of the shotgun just shakes. She's obviously shook up. Bent cigarello still stuck in the corner of her mouth, but now bent at the end.
With my gun pointing at the floor, I slowly move to the side of Therese, saying like, let's not go crazy now. We can get this under control. It's one of a kind, like you said. And then I take a drag of my cigarette, and I throw the butt in her face. I rush her and grab the gun and put it down.
All right, roll. Success.
So I yank the gun out of her hand.
Alan, damn it. Let's say, watch him.
Say, let's all calm down now.
With my offhand, I reach down to the buckle and very openly undo it. The belt with the pistol in it falls to the ground. I bolt for the door.
Just stand there and watch.
I yell, wait a minute there.
I open the door and I'm out. I'm just walking.
Door locked. Heavy security shutters fallen into place.
They're
Door
trying
doesn't budge at all.
I had the rifle that I left by the door coming in.
trying to turn the handle. Oh, this dang thing work.
I walk up to Alan, or I walk up to Therese, and I say, come here. And I offer her my hand.
She slaps it away. How dare you? And I was trying to help.
I just saved your life. That's the gratitude I get.
You brought the bomb in. Because it didn't go off this time, I'm supposed to thank you. She struggles up to her feet, straightening her house coat.
I need someone to help me. You seen what's in there? You think I
you
could...
were the one like going in there, poking at the wire and shit.
You asked me.
I didn't ask.
Hey,
shit.
I put my hand up to Alan. I said, hey, she's helping me. All right.
I raise my hand up. The shotgun in one.
Look, he's just, that's what he does. He just neutralizes whatever threat he sees. Alan's a good boy. All right.
I want my shotgun back.
I look at Alan and say, can the lady have her shotgun back?
I slowly start to approach the group, sort of very cautiously with an outstretched hand. Miss Therese, I'm not quite sure what happened. For what it's worth, I extend my apologies to you. Didn't mean to spook you there.
She takes a half step back and just looks at Frankie.
Not a good time, Red. All right, maybe you can...
He's trying to be a gentleman, guys. Like, give him a... Let's all relax. And have a drink.
Look at Alan like... It's still breakfast time. I look at Therese and I say, Therese, he is worth a lot of cash. That's why I wanted you to look at him. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Well, I believe you. But now
Of
we've
course
got
you believe
new
me now.
problems.
I go to the bar and I put the shotgun on top of the bar. And I grab a clean glass. I pour some whiskey in it.
I'm off to one side, sort of leaning against the wall, looking dejected, looking guilty, sort of just staring a hole into the floor.
Kind of following Therese around, pleading to her, and I say,
She's
listen, I got him. I kept him around as sort of a rainy day thing, and it's pouring right now, okay?
Frankie, what is your plan? She nervously walks around, pacing.
I don't
the
have a
floor.
plan.
You keep talking like he's worth money. You're going to try to sell him? Who are you going to sell him to, Frankie?
I approach Therese with a big glass of whiskey. I say, here, have that. It's gonna calm your nerves, your nerve a bit. Like, you're gonna make rush decision if you're nervous like that.
She puts a plump finger right in front of your face. She's going to say something, and then she just grabs the whiskey and pounds it back.
There you go. Now somebody with some sense.
Don't
I look at
you
Frank.
start with me. She starts pacing again.
At the mention of selling, my gaze raised to look at Frankie. And my mind begins to race with what ifs, hypotheticals. In my vision, there's all sorts of schematics and probability calculation just going through my head. I start smacking my own head, trying to calm it down.
Just look at Red, and I'm shaking my head.
I look at Frankie looking at Red, and I say, could you like cut out his antenna or some shit?
No, it's type of it's all inside of him. There's no way to really locate it. You know, it's so small. It'd have to shut off the subroutine or something. There's got to be some sort of solution in the programming.
No hardware switch.
Not that I found.
You're not giving me much confidence, Frankie. I had to go change my drawers after that excitement. When I come back, I'd like to hear what we're going to do about this situation. And the sad robot over there pouting in the corner, beating his head like he's some kind of dejected child that could kill us all in a heartbeat. She stomps off to her bedroom.
I look at Alan, looking at Frankie, looking at me. I sort of continue sulking. Look over to my pistol over on the ground, still by the couch.
Walk up to Red. I say, how you feeling, guy? And inspecting him.
Without looking up. Well, Mr. Pockets, I don't really know how to put it. My mind's going a mile a minute, or excuse me, 2 kilometers a minute. And I'm not quite sure what the hell I am.
I think it'll be like 1.4 kilometer.
I look over at Alan. Thanks.
It's more of the same. We'll figure it out, all right, Red?
I see.
I'll look up.
I see the half-burned cigarette I threw at Therese' face on the ground. I pick it up and relit it.
I say,
Stand up to
Red,
my feet.
good.
Get up to my feet, sort of at the encouragement of Mr. Pockets. I rest a hand on his shoulder and give a nod of gratitude.
Pat him on the side. I say, Red, did you think you got off of communication?
Well, it's hard to say. The pathway was opened, but I don't know. It was the strangest thing when you started fiddling around. I saw you. It brought me back for a moment. I don't know for sure.
Not gonna lie, Red. Look at his eyes. I think I might have kind of stepped in it in your coat a little bit.
I look at Frankie and Red and see like smoking this rest of cigarette and say like, "What's going on here? Like, can you, Frankie? Can you fill me in? I don't know what's going on. I'm lost. Is he schizophrenic or some shit?"
I turn and look at Alan. I say, he's an android, but he's a very advanced android. Never seen anything like this before. And I look at Red, wondering if he even understands anything I'm saying or if he can put it together. I say, and he used to work at some sort of theme park, but he just stinks of military. Kind of high science. A lot of research went into this guy.
I look at
In the
Red and
top-
say, "So who are you, big boy?"
In the top right hand of my vision, the text that says Reenactment Entertainment Droid, the acronym for RED, it fizzles a bit. Well, Alan, I'm not quite sure. As far as I knew, my entire life I was just a swashbuckling gunslinger. Kind of person you wanted on your side in a firefight, but seems that rabbit hole is going a lot deeper than we thought.
I take a long drag of my cigarette. I puff it out. I say, "I'll tell you a secret, Red. None of us is very certain of who we are. But the important thing to figure out is who you want to be." And I smoke again, looking very satisfied.
Take a drag. Nodding at Alan.
I eyeball the pistol on the floor and the bandolier next to it.
Schematics appear in your vision. A new tactical overlay identifying the imbalances in the firearm just at a glance, the probable accuracy, as well as the bandolier, the charges, calibers, everything just laid out there.
Well, I think that's my next adventure. Finding out who the hell I want to be.
The tactical overlay disappears.
I start to take off the vest. Kind of set it on the ground.
Say, Red, can you run a little diagnostic on yourself? Tell me if you're got any more strange anomalies coming our way.
I close my eyes, begin to run a diagnostic scan on my systems.
Go ahead and roll. Miraculous save.
Here would I. My voice module begins to go out of whack. I begin to speak in various languages, calling out different commands in Russian and Chinese and all various and sundry alien languages. And it becomes a feedback loop.
I look at Alan as Red kind of appears to lose awareness of the surroundings.
Say, I look at Frankie. I say, like, there is one fucking like that. And I pick my jacket from the couch, put it on my shoulder, start walking toward the door.
Where are you going?
I think we should split. We should leave here.
Yeah, well, I guess we still need that ident chip, huh?
I slip my shoes on. And I try to open the door.
A red light still slowly blinks above the door.
I slowly walk over towards Alan. And I say, what's your next move, Alan?
I say, House, unlock the door.
It just beeps. Command unrecognized. Voice print inaccurate.
I say, fuck.
My voice at the call of the house, there's a brief moment of clarity, and I call out in Teresa's voice, "House, unlock the door."
The chime, the red blinking light above the door disappears.
Put it open.
There's the small mud room. Equipment still there.
I say, well, I can't leave the damn thing here. Just
No.
back at Red.
Obviously not. We're taking her with us. She's gonna fucking.
Well, you look like you're walking
shoot
out
the
the
thing.
door.
Yeah, you can bring him over. Drag him by the end.
Look over at Red.
I'm still sort of in that feedback loop. It calms for a moment. Hearing the conversation, it sort of quiets down. I look over to Mr. Pockets.
Red,
Looking
in
back
your
at him.
vision, the RED flickers back to life in the corner of your vision. The overlay software from the amusement park booting back up.
My eyes go back to normal, and I turn to Alan and say, "Well, all righty then, partner. Let's get out of this place."
I just put my hands up. And
I look at Frankie. I say, "You see, he's fine."
Walk over and
Whose
grab my
house
large
are we
pack.
taking? Yours or mine?
Fine-ish.
I walk over and grab my large pack and put it on my back.
Teresa's bedroom door opens. So you're leaving then? Her eyes slightly dilated, shakes and tremors gone, hair soaking wet.
Look back at Therese. I say, I put you in enough danger for one day. Thanks for the ride.
Where are you going to go? You know what? Don't tell me. It's probably best I don't know. Here, before you leave, she walks over to the kitchen and types a few codes into the polished cement countertop. A small chip comes up. She grabs it, presses it against Frankie's chest. There's some untraceable cash. And you know
Thanks.
what? I hope you know what you're doing. And she embraces Frankie, throws her big arms around.
Well, I'll just lie to you and tell you I do then. Pat her on the back.
That's what I want, she says as she buries her head into Frankie's chest. Just tell me the comfortable lie. Don't let me see you on a news feed. Get out of here. She wipes tears from her eye.
I say, gotta take that truck.
Take the truck. It's a piece of junk.
With my feet in the door, I look at Therese and say, like, well, thanks for the breakfast and for everything, I guess. Sorry for the hole in the ceiling. And I wave at Red. I say, come on, boy.
I walk over to the couch where my my belt is. I grab it, sling it over my shoulder. I sort of tip a non-existent hat and begin to walk out.
Her eyes just track Red. Every movement.
Look down at Therese and I say, once I get clear of this shear, maybe I'll come back and I can help you with this little box business you got here.
She just nods, doesn't say anything. Eyes still watching Red. All right. Well, get out of here then. She steps to the side. One last peck on Frankie's cheek.
About got down.
I open the door and wave Red ahead and look at Teresa and you can keep the rifle as a compensation, I guess.
She flips a bird to Alan.
I go
Just
through
walk
the door.
past Alan through the door. He's holding open.
I follow behind and I wave a last time with a big smile.
She shakes her head, turns around.
I say, you want to drive?
Me?
Yeah, I toss him the key in the air.
Sure, why not? Can do worse than you did. And I go to the truck and get in the driver position. Adjust the seat.
Plop down in the bed of the truck.
Covered.
Sort of climb in through the small window. Kind of pull the hitch closed.
Get in the passenger side. Throw my bag in the back seat. Get comfy. So where are we heading, Alan?
I start the truck and I get out of the driveway. I go on the road. I start driving, nodding my head, not replying to Frankie.
I say, we're gonna want that ident so we can take the horizon off world, huh?
I look at him and I say, I
Just
want to
looking
get
at-
rid of Sheer.
Sorry, what did you say?
I look at the road. I look at Frankie again. I say, I want to get rid of Sheer.
That's what I thought you said.
Let's try to get paid to do it. Let's go see those syndicate.
Excuse me.
What do you think of the guy in the back? You think he's functional now? You think you can fix him?
I look back.
Sort of seated in the back. I'm going through sort of the last 5 to 10 minutes of what's just happened. My memory of that is sort of hazy. I start to try to put the pieces back together of what just happened.
I say he's probably more functional than me.
I look at Red. At Frankie, I say like Dirty Duck. Didn't do the trick.
It's just my bum leg. Damn Red. Okay, well, I guess let's go meet those syndicate guys then. See if I can remember where they're at. You know, my Rolodex was back at the junkyard.
I can probably find some. My old boss before I left.
I got your back, Alan.
Seated in the back of the truck, we go over a little bump, and my body kind of lurches forward, and I slam against the back, and my back hits the bolted metal plate, metal panel on my back, delineating my directive. I try to reach back and feel the letters that say Reenactment Entertainment Droid. And I feel the steel rivets on the corners. Begin to think.
I chuckle. You remember that one? You remember how we used to go up and down Second Street with all those bars and just rob all those young miners blind?
I remember that was my formative year. You were quite the model. I turned the radio of the truck on, and I direct the trucks toward an old bar, an old familiar bar, where my ancient criminal gang used to hang out in a seedy part of town.
They just thought that they drank all their money away. They were going to anyways. I remember one time you got pretty hammered yourself. Stopped stealing the money and started going for the booze.
And you just laughed at it. Quite the father row figure you were.
Well, boys will be boys, Alan. I did the best I could.
It's okay. It's not like you were my actual father. And I stare straight ahead in the window.
I pull the window open on the back, sort of poking my head through again. Well, where are we headed to this time, fellers?
We're gonna go see some old friends of mine, Red. Try not to shoot any of them, but be ready to if you need to.
Roger that, Alan. I look
at
at
Frankie and say,
Alan.
I should have said that.
Nah, he needs to get his feet wet. He probably won't shoot us.
Him or somewhere else.
Well, it's in my programming to, or at least I think it is, not to hurt the one that I'm attached to, and that's currently Mr. Pockets. Although I did give you a pretty good scare back at Teresa's house.
Yeah, I rubbed my knee. Well, I'm glad that's all behind us now, right, Red?
Yeah. It's all behind us.
No hard
Shouldn't-
feelings, all right, pal?
Well, that makes me feel much better, Mr. Pockets. I appreciate your forgiveness.
As I drive the truck across the street, not like this in more like busy street, I'm driving at a quite fast pace, definitely over the speed limit, staring intensely in the front, visibly deep in my thought.
Destination 10 minutes away.
I turn on a local feed, get some music going in the car.
A fast drum beat pounds through as the truck winds its way speedily through traffic. Up ahead, a faded and half burnt out LED sign. It flickers in the perpetual twilight of this district, announcing Basso's. But the B is not lit, and the O and S are flickering on and off. Outside, a few two-wheeled vintage motorcycles, classics patched together. Some garbage out front.
I haven't been here in years. I look as the neon of Basso's lights my face.
I park the truck. I say, me neither. I don't know I'm going to be received here. I take my gun out of my waistband and I put it in the center console of the truck.
Flip my collar
I
up.
hop. I clamber out the back, close the tailgate, and my eyes catch the choppers in front, and I'm just enamored. It is written all over my face. Mr. What are these?
Motorcycle's red. Put my hat down. I get some sunglasses out and put them on, trying to disguise my face just a little bit.
I have seen my fair share of steel horses, but never one as pretty as this one. Man.
I take off my jacket. I throw it on the driver's seat of the car. Make sure to grab my tobacco from it. Keep in my slack pocket. And I fill in my pocket a little like seashell shaped capsule. Make sure it's there. I say, Red, you might want to leave the gun in the truck. You don't want to go in there strapped in. You might take it wrong.
Holding the belt over my shoulder. Oh, well, if you say so, Alan. And I walk over to the truck to set it on the inside.
I look at Alan, a little unsure of the decision, but walk around the truck. I say, yeah, well, let's make this quick, all right?
I look at Frankie. I say, I'm going there in a chance and hoping to talk to someone. If we go there with guns, we won't get to put a ward in. And I head toward the door.
Yeah, hopefully I don't have to remind you. I walk close to him and say, I'm a kind of a wanted man around here.
Well,
no one
hopefully
cheers.
that
Probably got a
water-
bounty on my head. So he likes to
with
do
those
things.
guys, we'll see. My hope is that those guys are not too fan of Sheer.
Credits is credits. Kilo dollars.
I crouch down and sort of lift up behind the cover of the truck. I lift up my trouser leg and inspect one of the prop guns I have stuffed in one of my boots. Pull the leg back down, sort of pat it.
Muffled sounds of industrial music permeate the faded, hard plastic, fake wood door of Basso's. A wire mesh covers cracked windows in the front. Flicker of some libations advertising cheap beer. A smell already, the air permeated by stale alcohol smell.
I walk in and I go sit at the bar.
It's dark, poorly lit. Off to the right, a small stage with a chicken wire covering it, a barrier between the tables that are set. Place mostly empty.
Following
Two
by
leather-wearing men off to the side drinking. And then the barkeep, of course.
Following
Standing.
behind Alan, I take a good sniff of the air. Faint grin on my lips. Sit down next to him.
Step inside. My readings of air purity tank. The air pollution, though typically lower now that I'm spending more time next to Alan, it is much, much lower. I look over to the stage, walk towards it.
I look at the barkeep and I say, the usual, Jerry.
Starts, looks back up, puts two thick forearms on the bar, leans forward to get a good look. His tattooed forearms, scars from innumerable bar fights. Nah. Alan Richer. You've got to be kidding me. Boy, Chuck is going to want to hear this.
You know, I always like a good joke.
He leans back, leaning back against the bar on the other side of the bar where the half-empty bottles, various spirits line. They sit before a broken mirror that hasn't been repaired since the last bar fight.
I say,
You're the
listen, Jerry.
last person I expected to wander in here.
Listen, Jerry, if Chuck wants me dead, he can shoot me, but don't let me die of thirst.
Okay. He looks over to the two bikers on the left side of the bar as they looked ready to jump to their feet. They sit back down, return to their drinks. What do you have?
I have my finger on my temple and I lean close and I say, "Hey, Jerry, is anyone looking for me, maybe?"
He stops mid-pour. Yeah. Frankie. I suppose you're going to want to drink something too.
What, my money's no good here now?
I seem to recall you still have an open tab, old man. He puts two glasses down in front. Some whiskey spills over the edges. What's his story? Jerks his head towards Red.
I grab one of the whiskey. I say, an open tab. That's going to be convenient. And I don't win the whiskey. Put it back on the table and point at it.
Staring at the stage, I walk over to one side of it and pull on the door to the cage. It swings open. I step inside the cage and I see an old wooden beat up box with a long wooden dowel affixed to it and 6 steel wires. Begin to scan it.
I look at Jerry. I say, like, don't worry about this guy. He's new on this world. He's a bit lost, but he's all right.
So you brought a lost puppy to Basso's?
Well, you know, I always have a sweet spot for lost puppies.
Sorry, Frankie, you were asking me something? Surprise, surprise. Already asking for favors.
Listen, the only reason I didn't close my tab is because you guys stiffed me on that salvaging job. All right? Now we're going to start pointing out things that happened years ago. I just try to quiet down. If we're going to start pointing out things that happened a year ago, then, you know, we'll be here all day. I just want to drink, and I was wondering if anyone's looking for me. That's it. I look over at the Barkers for a moment, put my fingers back up on my temple.
I put my hand on the bar in front of Frankie, between Frankie and Jerry, and say, like, let's try to remember the good time instead of, like, going after a stiffed woo, right?
All right.
I look at the empty glass in front of me.
It's fine by me. So.
And I
this,
swap my glass with Frankie's glass.
Holding this I pick up the wooden box with the steel strings on it scanning it up and down, the schematics in my head giving me a good idea of what it is. I hold it to myself. And there's a microphone on the stage. I walk up to it.
This movement catches Jerry's attention. Is new guy gonna play us a song? Hold on. He turns around to a console and turns down the pounding industrial music. Goes quiet. The two bikers take notice.
I look at Jerry and I say, "Don't expect too much. Probably gonna be."
No. You let the boy sing. Let the boy go on, son.
I put my hand in my face in my hand and look down on the bar.
Frankie, roll D6 for me, please. Jerry hit a button when he turned off the music underneath the panel.
I say, "What'd you just do? What'd you just touch down there?" And I like lean over the bar.
Hey!
What'd you do?
My bar. Easy, Frankie.
I look at Frankie. I say, "Relax, man. He just signal Chuck that we're here.
Exactly.
Fine by us. We
Chuck owns this place. Chuck's gonna come see it. Now, why don't you relax and have another whiskey, Frankie, on your tab?" He pours messily.
As I drink whiskey that was poured for Frankie originally.
Jerry
I
waves
grab him by the collar and I say, "You tell me what you pressed."
Your boy told you. He through gritted teeth, his voice fetid. I told you.
I put my
I
hand
let
on the,
Chuck know when someone comes in that Chuck is looking for.
I put my hand on Frankie's neck, and I pull him back on his chair. I say, "Relax, Frank. Relax. We came to talk to Chuck."
Two bikers start shouting at Red. "Hey, sing us something! Come on!"
I drag my thumb across the 6 steel wires, and a dissonant twang emerges from it. I begin to turn the knobs on the head of this guitar.
A squeal from the overtaxed amplifiers. It pops and squeals, that dissonant sound. One of the bikers grabs a half-empty bottle of beer in front of him and tosses it. It smashes against the chicken wire in front of they start laughing. Jerry looks over at them disapprovingly, but then back at Red.
I start to finger the chords to an old country tune and start to sing Cowpoke.
Go ahead and roll. Not the right place, Jerry says. It's not terrible, but it's not the right place.
I told you not to expect too much. He was some kind of like sex bot on a Western world or some shit. We're trying to get him clean.
The
Literally and
bikers
figuratively.
The bikers start howling insults at Red.
He needs that re-education.
I say loud enough for Jay to hear. I say, they probably don't want to be doing that.
Red, tactical display in your vision. Tracking the bottles coming in. A red outline around the bikers. Your RED moniker in the upper left corner of your vision disappears.
The song stops halfway with a
cheering from the bikers.
With a loud bang. I pop and snap the high E string.
It twangs. Feedback now on the The old amplifiers pop and sizzle. A door
yell out.
opens on the far wall.
I yell out, "Hey, Red, why don't you come back and sit with us, buddy?"
I turn toward the door that just opened.
Chuck.
I turn toward the bar. I look at the glass. Both empty. I look at Jerry. I turn back toward Chuck.
Heavily tattooed, bald man. Tall, 6'7", easily. Thick, big, muscular arms, huge, round shoulders. He walks in. The bikers immediately shut up. Just a glance from Chuck. Walks up
I
to the
stand
bar.
up. I stand up, and I raise my tank top up to mid ribs with my elbow up, and I turn, show my back, go back toward the front, facing Chuck.
I see Alan flashing, and I turn around quickly to look at Chuck and kind of have a small look of like fear in my eyes.
Chuck walks to a table opposite the bar. There are 4 chairs. He pulls one of the chairs away from the table, sits down. The chair creaks under his muscular weight. He gestures. Have a seat. Frankie? Alan? Singing boy over there? Have a seat. Let's talk.
I head
Set
toward
down
the
the
table,
guitar.
and I sit
grab-
down in front of Chuck.
I grab the empty glass and I take a drink. And I put it back down. Walk towards an empty chair. And I say,
Glaring
Chuck.
at the 2 bikers. As I exit the cage, I walk over to the table, take a seat right next to Mr. Pockets.
Chuck leans back, smirk on his face. With a gesture from his hand, Jerry appears. He brings a freshly uncorked bottle, puts it down on the table. Quickly, 4 shot glasses around. Jerry takes a few steps back, standing just a few steps away. Chuck gives a big sigh. He looks steely eyes at Alan.
I take I'm just grabbing one of the shot. I'm looking at it. I smile. I lift it, and I down the shot. Put it back in front of me.
Look at Jerry. Squint out. I look back at Chuck, ignoring the bottle.
Staring the large man in front of me up and down. Many readings come across my vision. His height, his weight, estimations, the
Roll
many
with
tattoos.
Roll with Boone, Red. Success. Those aren't just any tattoos. There's an inlay. He's running some biotech, probably enhanced his reflexes and strength. This is not just decoration. It's disguised to be that way. The tactical readouts are bringing back alarming results. Chuck speaks. I thought you skipped planet, Alan. Last I heard, you and Brick were long far away from here.
You are right. I did went to see the world.
Heard Brick is dead. My
You heard
condolences.
right as well. He was informed. That's why I came back. Came back to bring back the body. And
Well, that was
thank you
nice
for the
of you.
condolence. Well, we have to do right by the people that are dear to us.
Yes, we do, Alan. We have to do right to the people who are dear to us. True words. He looks over at Frankie. Why are you here?
I
Wait,
raise my hand.
Don't be like that, Chuck. You know, we go way back. Me and Alan, of course, practically raised the kid.
little birdie told me your shop just burned down. Is that why
Yeah.
you're here?
Sort of. Fucking shit.
Do you know who? You know who burned the shop down?
He looks over. His gray eyes kind of probing Alan. I might have something to do with this. He reaches in to his inner pocket of his leather vest and he pulls out a communicator, a data pad.
I put my hand on Red to try to like ease him. I'm doing anything hectic.
My hand sort of resting on my hip for a gun that's not there. I feel the hand of Mr. Pockets on my shoulder. Eyes still fixed and focused on Chuck.
I reach for the data pad and I look at it.
It's a contract, a hit contract. Somebody just put a hit out. Looks like the hit's for Frankie here. And he swipes with a big finger, reaches over while Alan's holding the data pad and he swipes. And that looks a lot like you, Alan. Now, why would some corporate vulture put out a hit on you two?
I put the data pad down. I say, I have a common face. A lot of people look like me.
I look over at Jerry and I said, I bet this guy wanted to turn me in for it too, didn't you?
First I heard of it, old man. Oh, and Chuck, looks like Frankie's ready to close out his tab.
Huh.
Chuck just raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, right. What about your tab? I gave you that salvage, assuming that you would pay the other half, on delivery. And I got some jackass decides to wreck his van, and you think it's my fault.
I tapped my finger
Told
on
him
the
it was
table.
volatile.
I tapped my finger on the table in front of Frankie.
What?
I raised my eyebrow. Not the time now.
All right. What's his story? Points at Red. Music man here.
Just a bot. Helps me guard the junkyard. Had him with me.
That doesn't look like any Whitfield automation unit that I've seen. Why don't you try the truth with me, Frankie? His eyes turn. His head slowly turns. Looks over at Frankie. For once.
I say, what? It's the truth.
I don't. Success.
I found him in my junkyard one day, and I set him up. I don't know what the hell this thing is.
That's just stupid enough that it probably is the truth. So back to this. He points at the data pad. Some corporate slime ball, one of the vultures here picking our bones, wants you guys dead.
I straight up in my chair and I say, you know what? I'm coming back after a few years of absence. And I don't like what those corporate vultures is doing to this place. people from off-world coming here, picking picking the place clean, right? Like you said, right? Just like that's no
Jerry
good.
nods and then spits on the floor.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And he picks on us little guys to drive us out of the system, thinking they can just take over where I left, where I
I push it
was.
that pad back toward Chuck, and I said, we might have a bit of a disagreement with Mr. Shear there.
I'll say I got more than a disagreement with them. I'm looking a little flustered, eyeing Jerry and then Chuck.
So you want us gone, and I hear that a lot of people around here want him gone.
I'm listening, Chuck says. His eyes then turn to red. Been awfully quiet for a music man.
I ain't got much to sing about.
It's a funny accent. Where'd you say he's from, Frankie?
Some pleasure world or something. They do this little song and dance with the country western theme or something. I don't know. That's where I've been trying to place that voice actor, but I can't figure it out. That's what he does, though. He says partner a lot. Show him, Red.
Apparently, he's I look
One
at
of the
Chuck
biker yells out, "Oh, it's Beck Tash. He sounds just like Beck Tash." Jerry scowls at the biker. The biker sits down quickly.
I look at the Chuck and I wink and I say, apparently he's fully functional.
I just have a look of disgust on my face.
I look over at the two bikers as they call out. The name means nothing to me.
So he's a bot, Frankie.
Yeah.
Look at him.
He doesn't look like a bot.
Well, he's got his servos and stuff covered up with the clothes. That's the point. It's supposed to look like a real person. It's meant to pretend to be,
a sort of scratch.
You practice your fast draw or whatever. Pretty fast draw, actually.
Fancy.
I thought so.
So, you came here, Alan. I'm assuming it was you that chose to come here, not Frankie.
You got that right.
You got that right, bro.
So, let's talk. Why should I not collect on that bounty? His eyes look up.
Because I hope that having Sheer gun is worth more to you than this bounty.
You're saying Sheer put this bounty up? Had corporate vulture written all over it, but I didn't know it was Sheer.
Oh, it's Sheer.
Why are you messed up with Sheer? Why are you mixed up with him? We had standard.
I came back and, I don't know how things are going. I come back here after years. I don't know what the big players are anymore. So that's why I came back here, right? I know you. I know your crew. You know me.
Crew. Not much left these days.
Well, I'm sure you can connect me with the big player. The people that would be interested, and all the way to the chain, everybody's is getting paid and everybody's getting something they want. We do business.
Well, it's like they say, half the fun of building the house of cards is picking up all the pieces when it all falls over. Everybody gets something.
whispering from the bikers in the table. I'm telling you, it's just like Bektash. Jerry silences them with a glare.
I'm grabbing the empty shot glass in front of me on the table and I'm rolling it on the table, making a little noise with it.
Chuck's eyes don't leave Alan's face. He weighs it over. Okay. What exactly do you want? You want me to put you in touch with someone else, Alan? You want me? You come back in here with me, and you want me to make an introduction to someone else. Frankly, I'm a little offended. Why wouldn't you just ask me?
I didn't say necessarily this with someone else. You're telling the crew is thin. Like, I don't know who the players are. I don't know.
There's not many
things
left.
change a lot. Yeah.
There's not many left.
I need your expertise in this world. And I heard that a lot of the syndicates want your gun.
Yeah, he's dealing with them.
He's
we were told we were over at Shear's place the other night and couldn't help but notice that he's got quite a nice little shipment coming in, and we were wanting to get into that hangar too. So I don't know, maybe we could work together on that. You can take the shipment and we'll get what we wanted, and then Shear gets it right up the old keister. Probably worth more than whatever crap money you put on my head.
Did you see how much he put on your head, Frank?
I'm sure it's not much. What am I? Well, who am I? I'm nothing.
Well, I
know
couldn't
that,
agree
right?
more, Chuck says, creaking in his chair.
Let me see.
It's a lot more than I thought it would be.
I put my hand out. Let me see that thing.
$1.5 million kilo dollars.
what? Really?
Why would
I
Shear?
think he's overreacting a little.
You must have really rattled him.
He always burned the scrapyard. Like, what else does he want?
We killed a couple of his guys.
Yeah, well, a couple of guys. It's not worth $1.5 million.
No, I don't think it is.
You know what I think it is, really, though, Chuck? It's because he knows we know he got that big score sitting in his hangar.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this score. Chuck leans forward. The table creaks under his weight.
Kind of lean back a little bit.
He steeples his hands in front of him.
I start rolling a cigarette. I say, big black smuggling ship going straight down in restricted area.
Oh, that.
We were like a couple 100 feet away, and I could barely see the damn thing. Haven't seen a stealthiest ship in ever.
Here's what
I've seen a lot of tech.
Heavy security.
I can get you into Shears. I can even provide a little bit of artillery for you. But I keep the shipment.
That's
Yeah.
not what we're after.
You're going to have to bring someone to take it out on their back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take care of that.
Okay. I look over at Alan and I go,
If we can, we create some distraction, you create some distraction, we spread them out, we take each what we want. If we work together, we can all come out of there with whatever we want.
He leans back again.
I said,
Frankie
what we want is of no
Hey.
interest to you.
just puts up his hand.
Yeah.
Your junkyard is no more. So what are you doing? You just want revenge against the guy who did it?
No, I want what's in the hangar. I mean, I'll go around, shake my hand. I got a couple little stashes around the town, you know.
Okay.
Also, put a damn bounty on my head. You're not gonna get away with that.
Well,
Well,
gonna get away with that.
that is a problem.
Maybe we could take him out, or maybe you could take him out permanently for me. Or for us. I mean,
Now you want to put a hit out on Cher? I got no love for the guy, but Frankie, I thought the deal was I get you in to his operation. We'll do the whole shock and awe, the distraction. We're going to do the smash and grab. We're getting his shipment.
okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of friends in the syndicates. In fact, he's so thick with those syndicates. I think his whole corporate vulture shtick is all just a front.
Oh, you think so? That's why I come to you, Chuck. You see, that's the thing I'm missing here from being away for so long. I
Not
was under
missing
the
much.
impression he was the other thing. Like he
Oh, he's
accused
that
us
too. He's
of
that
working
too.
for the syndicate. So I'm
Well, he's
assuming some of the
nervous.
syndicate want him gone. Yeah.
He's nervous.
And I assume that if he was gone, that there were probably some syndicate that would be happy to fill in the vacuum, right?
Yeah.
That's why
Those kind
that's,
of alliances don't last. You know they don't. It's hard
Yeah,
enough to
no,
get
you
a
don't.
crew that lasts.
and
It's
I'm
not going to last.
and I know you, and I know that you know where the wedge need to be inserted to make it break.
Okay.
That's why I'm coming to you.
Where does he come into this? The entertainer.
Hey, he's just
Looks over
extra
at
muscle
Red.
for us. He's just extra muscle for us.
I told you he's a security bot. What do you think he does?
With
still,
a lightning
still
fast
eyeing-
move. Lightning fast, his hand, one of Chuck's hands darts out towards Red. Red, roll with advantage or roll boon. Failure. His hand moves so quickly, the air snaps. Red's reflexes almost as fast. Chuck's massive hand grabs Red's neck. Red, roll with boon. Failure. Tactical display takes over.
You don't want to be doing that.
Shut up, Frankie. A vice-like grip holds Red's neck.
I lean
He's
back
got
in
some
my chair.
reflexes.
The gray in my eyes slowly begins to turn red as
Smiles. Chuck smiles. Yeah, there it is. There it is. And he lets go. Returning his hand to the table and his elbows, he steeples his fingers.
I look at Red over my shoulder.
Sort of crawling on the ground over towards the bar. I kind of use it to lift myself up, running a quick diagnostics scan on my upper half.
Roll with Boone. Success. Minor denting in the dermal plates of the neck. Vice-like grip. No damage.
Sort of rubbing.
I look at Chuck. I say, you don't want to fuck him with it, right? It's like he's like a pit bull, right? Good security dog, but you don't just go like kick him in the ribs for fun.
I told you, I really just keep him around because he adds this kind of flavor. He deals well with the delivery guys. It's like they always kind of remember. It's like,
Yeah,
hey,
he sounds just like Bektash.
Yeah, Bektash.
Like, would you shut up already? I mean, it sounds just like Bektash. Red, roll with Boone. New vistas open up, new memories, new databases. Like a keyword has been spoken, giving greater depth, greater understanding, greater amounts of control. The RED flickers and then becomes an option selectable in a menu.
I give brief pause, seeing the option open up. I begin to scroll through the options. Relatively short list.
Chuck laughs. Be just like old times, Alan. Sort of.
I nod. I grab the data pad from the table. I open like a note file, and I put my communicator ID in it. I put it back on the table. I say, ring me up.
Ring you up. Where are you going? We got work to do. He looks over at Jerry. Jerry, put the call out. We got some fun tonight. And we'll close it there.
Cool.
How'd you feel about it, Crispy?
It was good. I had some I had a mistake where I misheard Max, and I thought he had spoke to Therese. He instead spoke to Frankie. So my cover for that was that Therese she was the one. I just stayed in character. I'm like, oh, good. I could, when I interrupt somebody, as long as I stay in character, it's okay.
Oh, when I said like the exact same thing, it depends.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Well, I love that. I love that Max was like, well, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Frankie.
Exactly.
That was really good.
That was great. You just stay in character.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a mistake. It just felt like
it just felt like I didn't get like, it just felt exactly just like she's chatty, right? We had established that already, so she's just jumping in when I'm not talking to her.
She's a bit of a chatty cat.
I thought it was great, Uriah, when you failed some role and then went tactical in her apartment. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is like the worst thing that can happen. He's already on edge.
Yeah.
Well, I double won the hack.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not fucking rolling a hero.
I liked Max, how you decided you're going to go to a contact. I thought that was great. An old bar. Smart. Maybe we'll get in touch with some of the crime syndicates.
Yeah,
that was good.
Well, that was established in the past that I had I used to work in some criminal organization before leaving world, right?
Yeah.
So it's time to recontact.
I was making morale checks. That's when you saw me rolling. I was like, and if I decided to take for Chuck, you kept on rolling sixes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck, man? So I'm like, well, if he rolls a 6, I think it's going to go better for them. And if he rolls a 1, then it's bad for them. And so I had taken it that maybe it was opposite. Maybe I should have done the other way.
Sure.
But it was easier for me. Like high is good, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. I was rolling those
Like
to see-
reaction roll.
like a reaction
Mhm.
roll to see how he was
Yeah.
going to take it. Funny enough, Phil, at one point you're like, that sheer guy's going to put a hit out on me. About 10 minutes before you said that, I wrote it down on my sheet. I was
Yeah.
like, Shear's got money. He's got to put a hit
Yeah.
out on Frankie and on Alan.
Yeah.
Because you weren't at the shop that he burned down. So I was like,
Yeah.
"That's so funny." He's like,
Nope.
Phil's gonna think that I just borrowed that. And I'm like, but I had just written it down.
Yeah.
It's
You
okay.
like it that we took you like some place that you know.
I did. I actually enjoyed reacting to your I'm going back to see an old contact at this
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
I really liked that. And then at first I was like, I already chose the guy's name when you're like the old contact, who was like Chuck. And then but then you're like, hey Jerry. And I'm like, oh cool. That's just that's
two
the
of
other
them
guy.
now, yeah.
So now there's
Just
two.
the barman. Yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
also liked our impromptu relationship between me and these guys. It's kind of
I like it. I love how Frankie's just like, yo, you're
Frankie's like, hey,
not only
Alan's
like,
like, no,
not like,
calm down.
Yeah.
I really liked how Uriah.
I owe
went
you
up to
money. You owe me money.
You owe me
Yeah.
money. No, that was a deal. I thought that was great. And then Uriah going up to the stage and be like,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah, that
you
was
know,
cool.
the entertainment protocols
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
over.
When you first
Yeah.
described the guitar, I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Box.
And then you're like,
I know
"Oh,
exactly
it's
what
a
he's
guitar."
talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I do too.
It's too many words
That was
for me to
great.
process.
Yeah.
And then he starts singing country
stupid.
western. And
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because
I was
I
expecting
had
that.
I had one of my aspects is he has a really good singing voice, so I'm like I got to use it somewhere.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Just not the right crowd.
Mhm.
I
Very,
finally scrolled up to the top of my character sheet and realized I have a boon in ranged weapons. So just so
No kidding.
everyone's
do you?
aware,
yeah.
I
You
can
never
shoot
fucking shot a gun.
You should
never
Never
did.
shot a gun before.
You're like the
I
one guy that
hazed
never
somebody.
shot a gun. I've
So
been playing
it like I
Therese
know.
gave you a cred stick.
Yeah.
Like a so
I picked
I'll have
up
to
on it.
it-
I didn't
got
want to
some
pay
money.
these guys. If that
Mhm.
wasn't clear,
You didn't want to what?
pay these guys. My tab.
Oh yeah. No, that's clear.
Even bastards.
That's-
I wanted to. I was like, there's some kind of reason they think they only. I was like, something happened on the delivery with my volatile shipment and exploded their truck. And it's like,
Right.
That's what.
Yeah.
So it's a question of who's it for.
But I like that session a lot because like I think there was like first I like that there was something happening in this first location where we were at, right? So we had a bit of action there. We had something happening. There's some tension between characters, PCs and stuff like that. And then at some point, like we move out, right? I thought it was like the right amount. I think the pacing there was pretty interesting, right? Pretty nice. And then we got to go somewhere else and learn something more about those characters, right? Everyone like had to reveal something a bit more about their past, who they are, and stuff like that. Their
It's like a campfire moment on the transit.
But it's a campfire moment, but that also like, I mean, like in the location itself, right? That also like brings something like it reveals a lot. Like there's this tension with Chuck, right? And it reveals a lot from the of the characters. Like this Frankie being like all laying up about this past job when it's like clearly not the time. You're clearly deep now, but you can't fucking let it go. Like make you very like pig-headed, I guess would be the term.
He is.
I thought it was great. I thought it was great how Frankie. So you rolled the double ones when you were trying to trying to get in there.
Yeah.
And then to snap me out of it, you rolled double sixes.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
I exploded a crit.
Yeah. It was really great. I'm like, oh,
get ready to draw, Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck is that.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how you weren't gonna like punch your face in. Like, oh,
well, I was debating on how far I wanted to go with it because ideally, like,
pew.
I wanted to do like a couple, like at least get one good lick in, but then you rolled like a double 6. I'm like, okay, well now I have to stop, you know.
I actually liked how Phil, how you tried to break him out of that by like speaking in the Western twang.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was clever.
Cool.
I really like this session.
I was really worried he was going to shoot me at that point. I was like, oh.
Oh, I thought he was going to shoot everybody.
Yeah.
I
was debating.
Great
So
job, Uriah,
like,
by the way.
yeah,
That was really
thanks.
cool
At that part, I was, you know, going back and forth on how, because I thought about like, oh, let's just have a gunfight. Let's have like a duel right here, right now. But then, because you rolled so well, I'm like, no, he is overcompensating with his protocol. You know, he's gone so far back into the entertainment protocol. That was the whole thing of like he's blocking out the memory. Like he doesn't have a clear recollection of what the heck just happened. So like because it was so I don't know if traumatic's the right word, but you know, getting snapped back in from that rough of an override, it's like,
gotcha.
You know, he doesn't remember.
Oof. I'm hoping that there's like terrible like military agents on the planet getting ready to swoop in and tactically grab us.
Yeah.
Well, he started talking about the transmission before Therese said house shut down external communications. Yeah. So
very cool.
Yeah. I'm curious to see.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Uriah.
Well, I was just going to say, I'm curious to see because Crispy, you had said that there are new options, like the RED.
It's just an option.
It's an option box.
Yep.
So now I get to come up with like alter egos or something.
Sure.
Is that kind of the vibe?
Well, you're an infiltrator model, so you could load different. Like, so if you wanted to emulate high society or you would have the ability to metamorphosize or run an operating system that would allow you to fit into different circles, like
that's cool.
A law enforcement or military or corporate or what have you. So it's just one of options.
Sure. Yeah.
How did you feel we did on the turns?
There was a little bit of crosstalk, but it wasn't terrible. I thought it was okay.
What about the 2 long turns? Did we do a lot of double turns?
Not too many, I don't think
so.
No.
Did you feel that way or no?
No, I feel we were pretty good, and I feel like there was also a point. I don't remember exactly when, but there was a point where, at some point, everybody like a few rounds, everybody took like very short turns, and that felt great. I remember I feel like, oh man, that feel high pace. That feel like something's going on here, right? Like everybody like shortened their turn for a few rounds. And
also like I don't think that we were strictly round robin, but it felt like a good organic.
Yeah,
it did. There was a few moments where Uriah kind of held his peace, but it was a conversation happening kind of between
a couple conversation turns to maybe four back and forth versus 2.
Yeah,
sure. And that it's a tricky thing because I'm really playing the odd man out. You know, when you have 2 characters that are so steeped in the location,
right?
You know, they're both from there, talking to people that they know. For me to kind of be the odd man, the bump on the log, who has little to no connections, I don't have a whole lot to say, and it would be kind of weird for
like but I think that's the point where you should have like some anchor action that you're like kind of have ready, because like sometimes also like those conversations would go back and forth, but I felt like we gave you kind of chance to chime in, right? Like there was a little blank there, a little dead air, and then if you didn't chime in, right, then we pick up back the conversation. But that would be like the perfect time to just like give this anchor action, saying like, I'm okay just sitting there, I still exist in the world, you can keep on going, you know.
Sure.
So that's my advice there.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, that was great. I think we'll cut it off here before the 2-hour mark, which is crazy. But hang around for a little bit after we end the stream. I want to thank everyone that watched. Those that'll catch it on the replay. We had a good time with this. This was a 4D style game, so you'll see the players are coming up with things to flesh out the scenes. In some cases, even locations and NPCs. And using EZD6 as our base game. Please check that out if you haven't already. This is not a sponsored game, but hey, DM Scotty, we love you. So you're welcome to come and watch.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Order EZD6 with the coupon code.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have
Yeah.
a coupon code. You don't need it. It's not expensive. It's the shipping's a little much for those of us.
Crispy
outside of the US.
5. You get 5%.
Yeah, that's right. Get 0.5% off.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching on the replay, and catch us for the next one. We're going to keep going, of course. And I think that next week we may have a change of pace. I know that there's a game that we want to finish up. It's a discussion.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after as we end this public part of the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts?
God bless y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a great way to end.
No, well,
later.
we didn't. Thank you for people that watch live. Like, but also like there was like people in chat.
Oh yeah. So
Not only, like Grognar guy.
yeah,
That say, can I offer some unsolicited advice? Yes, of course you can.
yeah, you
don't
can
need-
absolutely.
You know, that's the
No
whole
one
point of being
listens to that
unsolicited.
kind of advice. I should warn you.
Yeah.
Or if they do, they're not happy about it.
That's right. They're never happy. The Red Rocketeer, thanks for dropping in. And the Van, a
Got
return viewer. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Justin
Howdy.
came to say hi. Thanks,
Hey.
Justin. And
Got it.
let's see. He's working on his D&D campaign during the show. Hey, that's called prep. You should talk to
Yeah.
us later. And Azimuth giving us the watch. Appreciate that. And of course, No One Wake the Bugbear podcast.
Oh, is
true
that
gentlemen. Yeah, that's
The
they did a
Mothership
great
guys.
job. Best mothership podcast in the world. Is
Way
these
better
guys.
than a certain popular YouTuber whose name
Oh.
rhymes with chesting creased. I don't know.
Yes, we should just comment. Hey, you should check out this mothership game because
Yeah.
it's phenomenal.
Oh, you're talking about Presting Feast?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Hey,
yeah,
Dales.
good to have you here, Dice Tales. Thanks for jumping in. He's got better internet now, so we do have a Call of
Got it.
Cthulhu game to finish up.
Nice.
You got the Lewis,
which
the
we're
Lewis
definitely gonna
Rossman
do that.
Clippy.
Louis
Yeah.
Rossman Clippy,
Clippy.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's Clippy now.
Boss.
And
man.
RPG Gen Exile,
Awesome.
return viewer. Appreciate you, sir. Thanks for coming by. Always here. Wow, that's great. And yeah, and all the other lurkers, we appreciate you. We do.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
All
All
right.
And for the third time, we'll try to end the stream. Have a good one. We'll see
you,
you guys later. Bye.
Bye.